When I was about 12 years old, I was at choir rehearsal with my mom. And this lady walks in the door, right? She walks in the door. She has this big old mink coat on. And she looking pretty rough, you know. Everybody's like looking in the choir stand. They all looking, you know. And it's all women there mostly, you know. It's just me and my brother. And everybody cool. She comes in, sits down in the front seat. She's staring. She's just like staring at, just mugging, staring at my mom. So my mother like looking at her like, "You okay? Are you okay? You okay? How you doing? You okay?" And she's looking at her. She's like, "I'm hot." My mom like, "Okay, you maybe want to take your coat off. Maybe you should take your coat off, baby. Take your coat off, baby." And she like, "I'm hot though. I'm hot." So she's like, "Okay, well take your coat off then." "No, I'm hot." I'm like, "Dummy." My mom, they're like, "No, don't call her dummy. Don't call her dummy. Show some love." So my mom was like, "Well, take your coat off. Just take your coat off, baby. Just take your coat. You big old mink coat. It's summer outside. It's hot outside. It's about like 70, 80 degrees outside. She got that big old mink coat on. I'm hot." I'm like, "Bruh." Mama said, "Oh, well." She kept playing. She kept playing the music, directing the choir, right? So I'm looking. And as I look back over my life and I think about that lady that didn't take her coat off, I thought to myself that this person had a mink coat on in the summertime and did not realize that she had the coat on. It's like it's either she didn't know that she had the coat on from wearing it so much, or she just was afraid to do something different because she didn't want to change, because she always wore that mink coat in the summer. So anybody gonna tell me what to do? She wanted to keep that coat on, you know. Everybody in the hood knew that lady. "Oh, you know, talking about the lady that we wearing the mink coat? Yeah, we know her." You know what I'm saying? So, maybe somebody gave her the coat. Maybe the coat was given to her, and she just couldn't take it off. She couldn't change, you know. But I said that to say this, and I thought about that. The moral of this story is this: that woman refused to change. She didn't want to change. She wanted to keep that coat on because she's so used to wearing that particular mink coat, you know. She didn't want to take the coat off and put something lighter on so she can be, you know, so she can feel better. She didn't want to go forth. She didn't want to take the effort to make a change. And I want you to ask yourself a question. When are you going to change? At what point in your life are you going to say, "You know what, that's it. I need to just stop and change," not change direction, but keep going. We have to create an environment for ourselves. What type of people are you around? Are you around people that are encouraging you? You know, people that would encourage you to work on your craft, or are you around people that would hate on you? You know, talk down to you, arguing back and forth on social media, in the comments, in person. Arguing. The energy is just an argument. You know what? That's time for you to move around. You know what I mean? Our people, this is the problem too with our own people. We can't agree because everybody want to be the boss. Everybody want to be the big man. Everybody want to be the CEO. Everybody want to be the leader. But nobody can come. We can't come together and build a simple sandcastle. We can't sit down and have a discussion on how to create a apartment complex and build that and have it complete. We arguing over some of the most simplest things. When I was homeless for 14 years, living in that tent became my production studio. I continued to work non-stop. I was the only homeless man getting up, going here, doing this, working on my craft. I'm still working on my craft to this day, non-stop. When I was in that tent, I was working in the rain, I was working in the snow, I'm getting harassed by cops, I'm singing. When my laptop broke up, it felt like everything just went. I was depressed because I had nothing to work with. I started making my own puppets. Because I'm an animator. I do CG animation and 3D animation, but I had to keep going. Years and years and years. It was for a whole decade. But you know what? I really believe that I own my own degree. I mastered two things in my life, and that was 3D animation and music. And now I'm at the position where I can help someone else. I can serve other people and help them. All I had was a dream and faith. You know what I mean? I had a father figure. I have a father figure to this day that taught me to never give up. I have a mother to this day that teach me to hold on during tough times. They told me this when I was coming out of the womb. I'm coming out of the womb and they telling me, hey, hold on, don't give up. I was trained at a young age to be a warrior. I was trained at a young age to be a man. That's the benefit of being a preacher kid. That's why they say we the worst one, because we just constantly got to do this, got to have perfectionists. So when people tell me, oh, you dreaming, man, you dreaming, that's just unrealistic. That's a sign. That's a sign to me to move around, simply because their brains can't comprehend the greatness that's in me. Their minds don't have the capacity to imagine helping millions of people, or seeing millions of dollars in their bank account. Some people don't ever see themselves making a lot of money. Those are the kind of people that just want to stay broke, and they think it's a joke. They don't see themselves rising up or doing better. You know what I'm saying? I've always said I'm gonna be a millionaire one day. I'm gonna be a millionaire one day. One day I'm gonna be a millionaire. I kept saying it over and over. I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna make it. Make what? Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue. That's what counts. If you're not courageous, if you're not courageous enough to take risk, you will accomplish nothing. You will accomplish nothing. You will end up constantly talking yourself out of every situation and circumstance, every opportunity. You have to create opportunities for yourself. Serving others. You can teach other people what you know for a small fee. You already have the knowledge, just your experience. If you have children, you're telling them something. You can teach other people how to do things how to raise their children. You know what I mean? But what are you going to do to make that change in your life? You have the ability to do things that no one else can do. There's greatness in you. You have to recognize your path. You have to pursue your destiny. You have to seize that moment. Huh? People with PhDs and MBAs are jealous of you right now as I speak, because you have the ability to do things naturally. You automatically do it. It's natural for you because you have the ability. They struggle trying to do what you do. You have gifts that was given to you by the Most High. But if you don't use those gifts, people will look at you and say, well, I'm going to do what you're doing. They're going to try to compete you and beat you doing what you're doing. But if you weaken the mind, you will fall down. My mother and my father always said, you have to stay focused. I want to buy my mother and my father a home on the land. But if you can't if you can't focus, things can get tough. When you get around other people, what are you good at? What are you good at? When you're around other people, they see the value in you. And in many cases, they want what you have. You know what I'm saying? So what you have to understand, your haters, let me say it like this. Your haters should be your motivators. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, and don't care about these haters like that. Jealousy is your best compliment. Jealousy is the best compliment you can receive. Don't doubt yourself. That's what haters are for. Keep away from them who try to belittle you or try to belittle your ambitions. They talk down to you and say, that's not gonna work. No matter what you say, it ain't gonna work, not gonna work, ain't gonna work. Those folks, I get so far away from them because it's all negative. I can't talk business with you because you constantly, you know what I mean? That's the same thing. A lot of people, I like to call them corporate bullies. They may want to see you grow. They may want to see you doing good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them. You know what I mean? Many people in your life want to see you do well. Many people in your life, they waiting for you to mess up so they can say, see, you wicked. They waiting for you to do one thing and so they can say you wicked. Or you doing, you keep a smile on your face. Keep a smile on your face. You just keep smiling because life is a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about. Life is a lesson of humility, especially when you already been through a lot, when you've been suffered enough and you had enough. Some people ain't suffered enough. They don't know what your pain is. They don't know. They never walked in your shoes before. They can't even fit your shoes. So stay strong, keep the faith. All praises to the Most High. Shalom.